to the Liquidmatrix Security Digest podcast TV mini episode 0x07. Coming to you live from Tim Hortons, that most Canadian of things. Look, it's a Tim Hortons! Coffee's my friend. Ben would be making a lot more sense when he's doing these things if he had some coffee in his hand first.
Remember how I said winter is coming? It's like 1 today. It's cold. It's so cold that the tires got flat. Well, flat-ish. Anyways, it's episode 7, I think. Good morning.
Just saying, Ben. Just saying. How about the World Liquidmatrix? We're recording these, doing them as TV episodes, little short vloggy kinds of things. For those of you who are listening to them on the audio podcast, because you're getting them through the RSS feed or whatever, I'm the one who's been converting them to RSS audio thingers, because, well, let's face it, there are wheels of steel and apparently I'm on them. World of Security. This weekend upcoming, I'm going to be in New York City for O'Reilly Security. I'm only there for the first couple days though because I'm doing a training class. It's the super duper duper advanced cloud security, which is a combination of part of the Cloud Security Alliance kind of stuff and then a whole bunch of stuff that Rich Mogul's put together over the years, and my own special flair on top of that. You're welcome for the flair. We recently got feedback on Sector. It was only last week, believe it or not. The fail panel did well, apparently. Although there is some concern that there's a iron fog / mercurial bromance going on that's disturbing on so many levels it's not even a thing. But the good news is that we'll be back next year. Almost for sure, maybe, probably. The whole idea of, the Defensive Security Conference, or the conference that's got more GRC and more soft skills stuff, is something that I've been pushing for years and years and years. Pushed when I was helping out with the ShmooCon stuff in 2012. We actually really changed the direction of that. Trying to do the same thing in lots of other places. I mean, being part of the O'Reilly Security Conference that Ali Miller's put together is very much a defensive intent conference anyways, and I'm super duper happy to be part of it. There's a lot to be said for defense. There's a lot to be said for having to be right all the time instead of being right once, and we need to do something to encourage the quality of talks that are necessary to make that happen. As you think about defensive things and doing the right thing, do you actually take care of your users? Ask Ben.
Alright, so this goes somewhere, I promise. This morning my wife calls me to tell me that there's squiggly lines and a round thing on the dashboard of the car. Low tire pressure. So I was thinking, I've got some time before work. I stopped by where she parked the car and pumped the tires up. And this got me thinking some more, and here's where it goes somewhere. When your users are having a problem, do you scold them, or do you get your hands dirty and help? Now, my wife is a capable adult, and she could have pumped the tires up herself, but I decided to be nice and help her out anyways, because good outcomes for me, right? And in general, good outcomes for my family, increased safety and all those things.
As you think about all things defensive and security, you need to think about, well, a lot of things. What's the reading list for I want to be in security, I want to do defensive security? And the answer is, well, everything. You need to know most of an MBA, you need to know most of a comp sci degree, you need to know most of human behavior and psychoanalysis and sociology and a ton of things. The list is truly endless. I know people who've spent their entire lifetimes trying to puzzle out how to do a good job with this stuff, and they're still failing pretty miserably. There are things that are difficult, and there are things that are hard. And I'm sorry that things are hard sometimes, but truly difficult things are worth doing, and they're worth doing a good job of. How do we get from situations like we're experiencing with Sector right now? We've got 3 tech tracks, 1 management track, and 1 security fundamentals track. If we're going to add another track, what should it be? Who's going to submit talks to it? Are the talks going to be high quality? Are people going to attend? There are lots of security conferences that have a ton of great content, things that were specifically chosen by the various committees that select talks, and nobody shows up. It's not being a glorified tool punk. and hey, I hacked another thing, and look at my great exploitware, and I'm dropping O-Day, and we can do other things as an industry. We just have to choose to.
So, thought for the day. If your users are doing something that you don't like, but you can live with it, then maybe try help them do it in a safer way. Or if they're having problems, instead of chiding them, get your hands dirty and get in there with them and show them that you can make a difference.
Unsolvable problem or difficult? Hard or just difficult? Some actual security news, because that's what we promise on the cover and often don't fully deliver. The Nordic James Bond, Mikko Opponen, after his wildly successful keynote at Sector in Toronto, is apparently doing some cool stuff around defense and training and doing the right damn thing for a change.
This morning, or I guess last night, because I don't live in Europe, Helsinki and F-Secure started their first ever free cybersecurity course aimed at making people cybersecurity analysts, like sort of F-Secure grade. I think that's all very cool. The course content's up on GitHub. I'm kind of hoping that Mikko teaches it, because then everybody can have awesome Finnish Sean Connery for, their instructor. That would be really cool. So check it out and self-study maybe.
And that's everything that's fit to hit the air for a beautiful Tuesday, October 25th. This has been Liquidmatrix Security Digest Television Mini Episode 0x07. If you liked us, subscribe. If you didn't like us, mailbag at liquidmatrix.org. Tell us how much we suck. Thanks so much.